Okay. Hello. It's April 3rd, 2003. I just completed another week of Overwatch. And I think the most interesting thing that I can say is that for the first time, I reached silver on support. It's not super impressive, I think. I think the game has had a lot of new players, and I think I've said this before. I'm better than someone who's never played the game before, so I don't think it's that surprising that I got out of bronze 5, which is where I started, and climbing all the way up to silver 4. Um, Definitely when I hit silver 4, I started reaching the limits of my just pick Zen strategy. But I do kind of want to talk about a rather interesting incident. When I first started playing Overwatch 2, I just turned off text chat and voice chat because when the kind of toxicity that comes in it's kind of random, so you don't know when it's gonna happen, and people are just gonna be it's like hurts, you know. It's not something that happens in normal life, at least not for me. If it happens for you, I'm sorry. Um, but for me, I don't see my workplace. At least not anymore. A long time ago, I've had this happen. But my current workplace, my current relationships, my current friends, none of them are tossing abuse like this at me. So when I play Overwatch and someone is just annoyed or like constantly annoying me, the my natural response is to say screw you. I don't actually say that, not in text chat, because I find that to be distracting. I'm not gonna pause the game to type out insults. And half the time, if you were to listen to me play, you're gonna hear someone who's constantly complaining about like how his teammates are making him feel. For instance, it is so hard to play with a wrecking ball. Even a good wrecking ball um, just doesn't afford you the kind of easy space that another tank does. So your strategy is, well, if assuming the wrecking ball is actually doing something when they're in their back line, then what we're doing is just taking greater advantage of like peeking out of cover, and then hopefully we'll get like a couple of kills and we'll be able to move in. But until then, it's just not as comforting as having a Reinhardt or an Orisa like right there. You can be like, ah, yes, there's something between me and the enemy team, and it is our tank. But the thing I was talking about was I haven't played tank all except for that one game all season. I've been playing support and I've been playing Zen, and I've been getting a lot of value with Zen. I'm actually going to look over that game and see where I could have. Well, I'll try to look over that game and see where I could have improved. It might not be available. But what I remember is that I just wasn't doing as much healing as the other supports in the game. And my teammates were fairly convinced that that was the reason why they weren't doing as well as they could have been doing. Because we ended up winning that game. And they just started annoying me to like change, and they started bad mouthing me to the other team. And I'm just sitting there going, I don't understand. This is not a strategic decision. This is entirely emotion. You're just gonna waste time complaining to me, complaining to each other, complaining to the other team about me. Like, I could just be a bad player, right? Like, I'm not gonna change to another character. I'm not gonna change to Kiriko because I know I'm way worse at Kiriko. Like, I'll be able to do more healing, but also I'm pretty certain our problem, the problem I've seen down in bronze, is just killing things, right? Like, at the end of the day, it's the team that actually is able to confirm kills that wins in 5v5. And when you're sitting there yelling at me that I should change, and I'm like, I don't really think I'm the problem exactly, and I'm not convinced that you guys need the comfort blanket of healing if we're, winning. I was also not convinced that what was happening was that I wasn't healing enough. Rather that the Moira who had a lot of healing actually wasn't giving me any space to heal. Like, I'm not healing enough because there's nothing to heal. Now, you guys are healed up by the time I get back involved. I do remember getting shot by Hanzo a lot, and I don't think switching to Kiriko would solve that off the top of my head. Anything else? Oh, right. So what ended up happening? Or so this is I'm changing tack. What ended up happening when I couldn't play Overwatch on, I want to say like Tuesday or Wednesday, was that I ended up trying to play Outer Worlds and I couldn't. So I ended up just playing Cloud Gardens for a while. And that game is okay. It's the background video you're saying. I like it better as a background video. I like its creative mode a lot more than I like its actual gameplay, which is like the kind of puzzle gameplay where I'm like, I guess I have to think a little bit hard, but like the result is sort of meh. And it feels like the optimizations I'm making to solve the puzzles are just not as satisfying. So, in order to make the background you're seeing right now, you should be seeing right now, I just unlocked everything. It was one of the games I got as part of those big old bundles to support a cause. So I have 1.5 million games that I will eventually play, if only out of boredom, if only because sometimes my internet just doesn't work. Let's see. Anything else? Nah. I don't really have anything to talk about other than that. I guess at some point I should like talk about toxicity, but I don't really have anything new to say. It hurts when it's aimed at you. You shouldn't aim at other people. I'm not sure there's anything you can do in an online context to prevent toxicity. So all you can do is cut it off from hitting you, and that sucks. But yeah, it's human nature. So yeah, this week I will try to play the Outer Worlds. It's been a crazy week. I don't know. I keep saying that. It's not really been crazy. It's just there's so much stuff on my plate. I swear I'm like taking in a million. I have 1 million inputs and 1 million outputs, and this channel is just one of them. So, yeah, it's not bad though. See you guys later.